Every framework I've ever taught, every series, every book, every concept sits on top of one thing. And today, I'm going to name it directly for the first time. The void requires the right attitude to open. Identity forging requires the right attitude to commit. Courage requires the right attitude to move. Standards require the right attitude to hold. Clarity requires the right attitude to pursue. Environment design requires the right attitude to see. Release requires the right attitude to let go. Every single framework is a seed, and attitude is the soil. The architect's posture is this: a fundamental, unconditional willingness to engage in the full process of becoming, not the easy parts, not the inspiring parts, the full process, including discomfort, doubt, the pressure, the drift, and the seasons that don't make sense yet. That posture isn't a feeling that you wait for. Every start of the day, every moment of resistance, every time the old attitude tries to reassert itself, you decide, I'm willing. Not because I know what's coming, but because willingness is who I am. That's the architect's attitude. Not optimism, not motivation, not positivity. A posture of being that holds regardless of conditions and creates the soil from which everything grows. You won't hold this posture perfectly. Nobody does. And this series was not about perfection. It was about awareness, seeing the foundation that everything depends on, and deciding to tend to it with the same seriousness you brought to the frameworks that you built on top of it. Attitude isn't something you have, it's something you practice. And the architect who practices it daily builds on soil that never fails. If this series revealed the foundation you've been overlooking, double tap your screen right now. The architect's posture is the decision beneath all the other decisions, the willingness beneath all frameworks, the soil beneath and around all seeds. Get this right and everything grows. Get it wrong and everything remains the same. The people who make everything work, every system, every framework, every season, aren't more talented than you. They tend to the soil. They practice the attitude. And they've made willingness so fundamental to who they are that it doesn't depend on outcomes, conditions, or comfort. They are architects, and their posture is their power. This is part 7, the close of the architect's attitude. Everything in this series, the soil, the willingness, the orientation, the voids requirements, the pressure test, the reset, and the posture. It's the foundation that makes the entire framework of every series that I've created. It's the full foundation. In my book, The Art of Self-Mastery, Transform Yourself to Overcome Life's Most Difficult Challenges, builds the discipline and the self-awareness for maintaining this foundation daily. In my other book, Be No One, An Architect's Guide to Inner Authority, it builds the framework that sits on top of self-mastery, the identity architecture that grows from the soil. Both of those books are on Amazon. The link is in my bio. Comment architect if you're ready to tend to the soil beneath everything that you're trying to do. And if you've been here since part 1, check your DMs because I'm going to send a bonus to everyone who's seen the entire series. The frameworks are the seeds. The attitude, your attitude, is the soil. And the architect who tends to both builds things that the world doesn't just admire, it protects.